channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get this look right here, which I feel is perfect for every single day, whether you're going to work or school. It's on the natural side, a little pop of color, it lasts all day long, and most importantly, it's very, very fast. It took me about 10 minutes to achieve this look, and this really is my go-to look for every single day. So if you guys want to see exactly how I do it, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. Right now, I have nothing on my face but just my moisturizer and my under eye moisturizer. So the first thing that I usually like to tackle are these under eye circles, because if I'm waking up early in the morning, they're usually pretty bad. What I've been loving lately is the NYX under eye circle concealer, the dark circle concealer in the shade Fair, and usually what I like to do is just dip in with my finger and just put it right underneath my eyes. I really like this concealer because it actually has like a salmon undertone to it, so it really helps to cover up those dark circles, and it's really creamy and pigmented. So I just like to put it underneath my eyes, going a little bit out on my cheekbones, and then right in between my eyes because it tends to get really dark there. So I like to let it sit for about 5 seconds so my skin can warm it up, and then I just go in with my finger and pat it out. So I normally don't worry too much about blending that in because our foundation is going to go on top of that and it's going to blend it out a little bit more. So the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Sephora Airbrush foundation. I love this stuff so much. I have it in a couple of different colors, but right now, since I have no tan going on at all, I'm using the shade Light. So I'm just going to mix it up, and I know a lot of people think that this might be a little bit crazy to apply every single day, but I find it so easy. It's actually a lot easier than applying a liquid foundation for me because you really don't have to blend it out. So you shake it up for about 15 seconds, and then one thing I do have to say is make sure to cover your hair, because if you don't, it's gonna get all over your hair and make it look like you have gray hairs, which is not cute. So I'm gonna use a scarf right here and cover my hair really quick. Okay, so now I look like Tupac or a pirate, but if you don't have a scarf, you can just put a shower cap on. It takes like 2 seconds. So basically what I do after I shake it up is I just spray it directly onto my face. Make sure to close your eyes when you do this. Then I stop, I look halfway through, and I see where I need a little bit more coverage, which is normally on my cheeks, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. And the key to this foundation is not over blending it, so then I'm just going to take a flat top brush. This one is by e.l.f. and I'm just basically going to pat it in. Really simple. It blended out that under eye concealer even more. And again, don't blend this stuff too much because then it's going to get pretty sheer. I love the coverage that this offers, and it lasts all day long on me, and it has a gorgeous matte finish. So this is perfect for every single day for me. Okay, so for me, literally the one and only downfall of this foundation is that it gets on your eyebrows. You can see this one is almost completely blanked out, but that's okay, we're gonna fix that later. So you don't really need to set this foundation, but I just feel weird not setting it. I set basically every single foundation. So I'm using the e.l.f. Studio Powder. This is the HD Studio Powder. I didn't know if I loved it at first because it leaves a white cast in flash photography, but this is for every day when you're going to work and school. You're normally not going to be taking flash photography pictures, so it's not really a big deal. And I just love this stuff because it kind of blurs out any imperfections. Not that the foundation doesn't cover anything up, but I feel like this kind of blurs the pores, and it just makes my skin look extra flawless and kind of porcelain-like. So I just like to take a little bit on my brush and then just set everything. And then for my under eye concealer, I like to set that with a different powder. I like to use the Anastasia Contour Kit and go in with this yellow shade right here. It's called Banana. And I'm just going to take a setting brush by Real Techniques and put this right underneath my eyes. This is just going to brighten up that area a little bit more, and I can use as much brightening as possible because early in the morning, I just do not look cute. I look pretty tired. My dark circles are insane and out of this world. So I need a little help in that area. So after I set that, you guys can see that my face pretty much looks all one flat color because of that foundation. So what I like to do is add a little bit of color back. So I'm just gonna take the same contour kit and the same brush that I used to set my foundation, and I'm just going to take a mixture of some of the bronzing shades. And what I'm gonna do is just apply this where the sun would naturally hit my face, which is on the top of my forehead, right onto my temples. And this is just going to warm everything back up and create a little bit more shadow in my face. Then I'm also going to apply this right underneath my cheekbones. I'm not really contouring, I'm just warming up my face. Also right underneath my chin, on my jawline, and right on the chin. Same thing on the other side. And that brought a little bit more warmth into my face. I feel like my camera is washing me out like crazy. I'm gonna try and switch the position a little bit. So I went ahead and closed my window shades because it actually got really bright outside randomly. So I hope that I'm a little bit more human colored now. So I also went ahead and did my eyebrows. I have a full tutorial on that. I will link it down below if you guys wanna see how I do my brows. And now, again, I need a little bit more color in my face. So I'm actually gonna be using Luminoso by Milani. It's a baked blush. It's so gorgeous. I love using it as a blush and as an eyeshadow. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I like to do this on a daily basis because it's quick and easy. So I'm going to dip my same brush. You guys can see I'm not even switching, using a lot of different brushes because in the morning I'm usually in a rush and I just want to put this stuff on my face and be out the door. So I'm not going to become all intricate and use a bunch of different brushes, a bunch of different shades and all of that. I'm trying to keep it nice and simple. So I'm going to dip my brush right in there, just shake the excess off, and I'm going to apply this right onto the apples of my cheeks, moving back. And since this is a shimmery blush, I actually do not need to use a highlighter on top of this because it adds that shimmer and that highlight already onto my face. So you can see it's a really gorgeous glow. So I'm going to apply that on both of my cheeks, obviously. And then I'm also going to be using it as an eyeshadow, just as a sheer wash of color across my lids. I think this is such a gorgeous color for the springtime. And then as far as for eyeshadow, I'm just going to take a little bit right with my finger. Again, keep it quick and easy. And I'm just going to apply this right onto my lids. I think it's a gorgeous color. And since we did apply concealer and foundation onto my eyelids, I don't need to use a primer because that already acted as a barrier and it just is not needed for every day if you ask me. Just gonna use my fingers to blend this out, and there is our eyeshadow already done. So now I'm going to move on to curling my lashes and applying my liner. I normally don't do this on camera because it's a little bit hard to capture on camera, but I'm gonna try my best for you guys. So where is my curler? Right here. I normally, and let me zoom you in a little bit. I normally like to curl my lashes first because if I apply my eyeliner and then do my curling of my lashes, half of the liner ends up coming off on the actual curler. So first I'm going to curl my lashes. And I remember one time I tried to do this on film for you guys and I actually pinched my eyelid so bad. So I'm gonna try and concentrate. A lot of you guys got a kick out of that. So there you go, my lashes are curled. Really important step. I feel like it just opens up your eyes. And then for my eyeliner, I'm gonna be using my new favorite one. This is by Jessies Girl, and it comes in this really nice calligraphy style pen. And very carefully, what I'm going to do is just apply a very thin line right behind my lashes. It's really gonna make my lashes look a lot thicker, and it's kind of like my everyday look. Okay, so that signature cat eyeliner is now done, and now I'm going to apply my favorite mascara. This is the CoverGirl LashBlast waterproof version because it really locks in that curl all day long for me. I'm going to apply about 2 coats of this mascara. All right, and right there you could see the major difference with one eye done and the other one not done. I love this mascara. It has been my favorite for years. So very quickly, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. All right, and you can comb them out if you want, but I like them exactly like this, and just like that, the eyes are done. So lastly, we are going to move on to the lips, and I want something that's gonna stay put pretty much all day because I don't really like to touch up my makeup throughout the day, especially if I'm at work or school. So I'm gonna be using a L'Oreal Infallible lipstick. This is in the shade Perpetual Peach. I just picked this up. It's a really pretty peachy coral shade, so I'm going to apply that. I think that is such a pretty color. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be using one of my only favorite lip glosses because I actually don't really like lip gloss, but this formula I love and the color is just amazing, especially for the springtime. So this is a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Apple Strudel. It's such a pretty kind of neon coral, but it's sheer, so it's not really that bright. It's just so pretty, guys. Alright guys, and that is the finished look. I'm just going to take out this pin in my hair right now, and this is what I like to do pretty much for every single day. It takes me about 10 minutes, which is not bad at all. I have a full face of makeup on, but it's still on the natural side. It's not too much for every single day, but it just makes me look alive, awake, refreshed, and ready for the day with a little tiny pop of color on the lid and on the lids and on, I was gonna call my lips lashes, not lashes, on the lids and on the lips. I don't know what's wrong with me today, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to request what you would like to see next, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.